Hello, hello. Hi, Becca. Just hopping on. How are you guys today? Oh, I think it's just you so far. How are you today, Becca? I never know what to do. Hi, lady. Hello, hello. It's always so slow in the beginning when people are just coming on. I never know what to talk about. How are you today? Hi, Joe. How are you? Hi, curly hair. Hello, guys. Hello. Just hopping on now. It's always slow in the beginning. How are you guys? Where are you guys from? I always like asking that question. Let me know where you guys are from. I always love asking that while we're waiting for more people to jump on. I haven't been on live in a while. It's been a little bit. I missed y'all. Hello, how do you pronounce your name? Ronwin? Hello, hello. It's a cool name. It's a little bit slow tonight. I haven't been on in a while though, so I don't know how many people will come on. Hello everyone who's coming in. Just waiting for more people to come. I haven't been on live in a while now. Hello, Chaotic Lore. Cool name. Hello, Maddie. Hello, everyone who's coming in. Just waiting for a little more. It's always slow in the beginning when I start these lives. It's always slow trying to get people in here. For everyone else joining in, just waiting for more people to join. Hi, Brittany. Oh, that's a cool name. Hello, hello. We'll start some reading soon. I don't even know if anyone else is still on here right now. It's always slow in beginning. Does it even tell you how many people are in here? No one. Cool, I'm talking to myself. Hello, hello. Just joining in, guys. I will begin shortly. Okay. Hi, guys, joining in. Just waiting for a few more to join. And then I'll start giving out some readings. Hi, Pumpkin. How are you? Have you ever been on my live before? It's actually been a while since I've done one. I've been doing private readings for a while now. And my house has been getting redone, so it's been a little rough trying to find time, to be honest. Are you still there, Pumpkin? Hello, hello. Melinda. Hello, hello, guys. Everyone joining on in. Hello, everyone. Just trying to get some more people on here. NBKT, hello. Start giving out readings soon. I don't even know if it tells you how many people are on, to be honest. Hello for anyone just joining in. Hello, hello. Just San, hi. I can't get one person. Hi, TJ. It has been a while. How are you? By the way, thank you. Yes, I haven't. It's been a lot. So my work schedule is really crazy around the summertime. So I knew it was going to be hit or miss whether I can join. And I did a couple of times. My house was getting done. And me, my husband, and my child were living in basically one of our bedrooms so that the rest of the house can get done. We bought like an older home and it was time to finally like renovate it. It is done. I clearly have still a bedroom I haven't even done. This is a bedroom we haven't touched. But at least I have a room to myself to do this. So yeah, it's been a while. I've been still doing like private reads when people have reached out, like on the weekends and stuff. But yeah, hopefully can dive right back into it. And I did see your comment on my feedback post, and I appreciate that. So thank you for that as well. No, again, I would join here and there. My son is kind of a little older now, so he can kind of hear me in certain rooms, and then he'll be like banging on the door. Because now he's a toddler. So it's been a little rough, and sometimes I can only stay on for so long, but hubby's got him hopefully occupied in another room right now. So we shall see if that works and if he stays out. Oh, really? Oh, it's your spirit guides right there. Your spirit guides are, they knew that I was going to be doing live again. But it's definitely been a crazy couple months though. Well worth it in the end, but it is rough getting your house done, especially with a toddler. I wish I did it before he was born, to be honest. Lesson learned. Hopefully I don't have to do it again anytime soon, but grateful that we were able to in the first place. Hi, everyone else joining in. Me and TJ just catching up. Just catching up. Yeah, I definitely haven't done as much as I would have liked to in a while. But I definitely like to keep up with practice as much as I can. And when people message me, I usually try to schedule privates. But again, I don't like charge or anything like that. So how are you, TJ? If you're still here, I don't even know. Oh, great. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. I love that. I love it. Would you want me to try and read for you? It's actually been a few weeks since I've done a private. I think the last private I did was, maybe last month. Big energy shift for me. Oh, okay. Any particular reason? Anything going on that would cause that? Love that. We love a positive shift. I miss a nail, y'all. You don't know. Oh, well, hey, listen, I had a huge shift when I had my son. Literally, had my son, not even 2 weeks later, I had dead people in my living room. So it was, my gifts, went from here to, here real quick. And I was actually pretty scary. I didn't really know how to handle it. But, big life events. So maybe there's a big life event heading your way. Maybe. Hi, everyone else joining in. Sorry. We are just catching up. 2 peas in a pod. My life is being flipped. Hopefully for the good, though. Big energy shifts for me usually are because it's something big and eye opening. I feel like the older we get, the more that we get to see the bigger picture of life. And it's we realize life isn't the way that we think it is. And I don't know, I used to go from someone who doesn't speak up, kind of on the shy side, to where now I kind of tell people how it is. My throat chakra completely opened up. And people might hate it, but I love it. Sometimes regret it. Maybe sometimes I'm like, ooh, should I have said that? But at the end of the day, we all realize we have one life. So, okay. I don't even know if I remember how to do these lives. It's been a little while. All right, TJ, anyone you want me to speak to right now? Any loved ones? You feeling it today? See if we can have an icebreaker. See how you would love it. Okay. You want me to do whoever comes through, or you want to name a relationship of a person? Usually sometimes helps if I at least just get some type of relation, no other details, especially since I might be a little rusty. Okay. Open anything. Okay. All right. Well, you know the drill. I am going to step in with my spirit guides and try to see if we can pull someone through. If it resonates for you, let me know. If not, let me know, and we can either shift it or we can try to see if it's coming through for somebody else, okay? Let's get straight into it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I have a few things coming through. I can't tell if it's multiple people or if it's one particular person, so bear with me. Even though it might be jumbled up at first, we can usually straighten it out. So if it is multiple people, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could all be for one person, but it just seems like it's a lot of little different things. I don't know if it's necessarily connected. I'm not seeing a specific person here. I did suddenly get some type of arm pain. So I don't know if you have a loved one, someone near that could have possibly suffered. I mean, it's usually either a heart attack or it could be type of arthritis. I also feel like I felt some type of male energy as well on the older side. But I kind of felt like it was someone who might be a little stubborn and doesn't like to let people in. Maybe even someone who wouldn't normally be okay with something like this. Like they didn't believe in stuff like this. They're kind of like standoffish because they didn't want to give me too much. But I also was given butterflies. And possibly the letters. Letters are a little wishy-washy with how I see them sometimes, but I was given the letters T or K, or maybe both, and heart. So does any of this resonate with you at all? With one person, maybe multiple? I also feel like I'm getting a headache as well, but it could be just myself. I'm getting a headache. Kind of on the left side here. I just threw like a ton of crap at you, so just let me know. Okay, so that's maybe that's why a lot of stuff isn't coming out. Yeah, so was his hair a little distinctive? Like I feel like he didn't have a lot of hair, but it was like I feel like he didn't have a lot of hair, but like wanted to keep his hair. Like he wasn't the type of person like my husband. The second he started thinning out, he would shave his head. He shaved it completely off. He was like, I'm not dealing with this. And then there's some people that are like, they have a couple straggle hairs and they want to keep them long so bad that they like push it over. Okay, so okay. So I told you I felt like there was a couple of people here. All right. Can we choose one? All right, let's do one at a time here, people. Can one at a time come out? What's the number with the 2? I just got a 2. This could be the 2nd of a month. This could be the month of February. This could be a birthday, anniversary, an age, anything with a 2. Here was his pride. Okay. Anything with a 2. Because I asked them to kind of separate themselves so that we could focus on one at a time. Okay, that's a little random. But I'm just going to say it because you never know. Frog. Okay, keep the 2 in mind. Did the initials make sense for anybody either? Bitter tea. Okay. What's your mom? Well, yeah, your name TJ, duh. Frog tattoos. Is she passed as well? Girl, you got your whole family coming through. Okay. So who would have been hospitalized for a long time? Because I'm getting a hospital symbol, and I'm getting like windows and like a bed. And that's usually my sign for someone had like hospitalization. Yay. Well, that's why you couldn't choose, honey, because they were coming through all together no matter what you said. So yeah, I'm getting windows and a medical cross here. Usually that tends to lean more towards like hospitalization of some sort. Of course you do. They love you too, because clearly they were like all piling in, like fighting to to be spoken to right now. Yeah, no, someone keeps talking about hospitalization. Oh, 3. Oh, dang, this is not gonna help it. All right, give me something to separate. Was mom outdoorsy? Because I'm also seeing flowers too. And it's kind of giving me mom energy when I see the flowers. I feel as though also mom was young. She had a rose tattoo. So she showed me all her tats. I also feel she was very young. Does she also have okay. Does she also have a distinct voice? Because I feel like there was like a distinct voice from her. I don't know if it was like a raspy voice or just like some type of distinct voice. Like you could definitely tell it's her when you're in a room. Like you can even still hear her voice today. What? I want me to raise me, and her name was Thelma. With a T, okay. Yeah, because I didn't know if it was a T or if it was also like a cross, like if there's some type of religion too. So wait, so I see earlier today. More people still keep coming through. Girlfriend. Okay. Okay. Will the number 4 be of some significance? I'm getting 4 and possibly like, I can't tell if it's a T or if it's a cross, like religious reasons. It's gonna be the 4th of the month of April. Is there a birthday that just passed? Or a birthday coming up? Because I see flames, but it kind of feels like it looks like I was married. It looks like it's flame. The flames are like at the bottom of my vision. But like I can also see like maybe it's flames on like a candle on the 4th. Okay. Maybe a lot of 4s are just trying to. It's the 4th of this month. Well, there's the 4 in the birthday. There we go. I was going to say they're showing me fire and it looks like it's on candles. And the 4th. Perfect. That's exactly what they're trying to show me. Okay. So they're trying to prove that they're here. Okay. Awesome. Check. Thank you. Okay. Do you have a lot of memories from your childhood? Because I told them. Does he believe in this stuff? I feel like I keep seeing like childlike things. Like I don't know if they're like memories, maybe they're your memories. I keep seeing like a bike. Like bike handles. Bike handles. Yes, okay. So yeah, I literally, I see bike handles, but I also feel like loneliness with this. It's kind of like you kind of feel like you're by yourself. Like, it's kind of like only child syndrome, but I don't know exactly if you are an only child, but it just seems like a lot of your memories from your childhood could be like by yourself from a lot of it, or maybe it's just that you what right now as I'm talking about it. You were a lot. Yeah, because I feel like it's like this empty, like feeling. And I feel like even now as like an adult, it's like sometimes you look back on it and you sit there like and say like, you know, like you kind of feel sad. I feel like you kind of had to like kind of like make believe by yourself, or like, you know, I feel like a lot of your memories are like lonesome. But I feel like you had such a big family though. But I feel like maybe your family was like kind of dispersed. Like it was like you had an aunt, you had an uncle, you had grandparents, but like you weren't always all together. It was kind of like very, I think you can count on like a handful of times to where like your whole family was together. Yeah. That's being a visual person. Exactly what you're saying. Yeah. And I feel like I think it wasn't intentional. I don't think that there was like it doesn't seem like there was like an intentional like a falling out to where everyone was separate. I just feel like everyone was like kind of busy in like their own ways, and everyone was like kind of busy. You know, they were all, you know, working, or maybe just like, because I don't even feel like it was too much a distance either. Like I feel like there may have been a few relatives that were like pretty distant, but I feel like it wasn't like too distant to where it's an excuse as to why you weren't all together. I feel like it was just like holidays and big events, and then that was it. Everyone went their own way. Yeah. So it just feels like that. It feels like they just kind of it's kind of like they're showing me that they're like boom, 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 and they're not too far away. It's not like someone lives in California and the rest live in New York. It's not like that. It's like there really was no excuse, but they were just kind of living their own lives. And it's kind of at the point to where like when loved ones kind of get on the other side, they kind of see the bigger picture, and they kind of see like, what could we have done differently? And it's kind of like a replay of their lives, and they're like, wow, like probably should have done a little more of that. Probably should have gotten the family a lot more like together. And I feel like it's definitely things that us as adults, when we have our own kids and, you know, as we get older, it's just things that we wish that was done for us. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is, I keep getting a pet with like pointy ears, and I keep trying to ask if it's like a dog or a cat. I feel like it's some type of cat. I don't know why, but someone seems like they are bringing a cat forward. I don't always get animals in my readings. That's why you want to make that. And that's usually what happens. A lot of people are kind of like, you know, like, I want that. Okay, something. Cat. I just got a cat with pointy ears. Okay, well, they see. Drew, does that look like your cat? Because that's what they should need. It should be a cat with pointy ears, an animal with pointy ears. So that's definitely what they're bringing up. Something with the eyes. I don't know if they're like pointing towards the cat with the eyes, like if you specifically like that's what you're obsessed with this cat, but there's something about the eyes. They just showed me a pair of eyes, and they're like very distinct, like eyes that like you would notice like a feature, like a great feature. So I don't know if it's the cat or maybe the person I'm reading, but as soon as before I even read that message with it, I got a pair of eyes, like very distinct. And also like a wine glass too. I got a wine glass as well. Something with the eyes. The eyes were like, they were like pretty wide almond shape. Very distinct pair of eyes. You're gonna love my doodles when I send them to you. This is really turning into like a psychic reading versus the medium. Yeah, something with the eyes. So I don't know if it's the cat's eyes that's really distinct. Have you been making any changes to your home? I have my dad's crystal wine glasses. Okay. Have you been doing something different in your home, whether it's like organizing, like shifting furniture, something with your home? Some type of changes, kind of like a spring cleaning, but in the winter time, kind of something, or going through things. Or like, do you have like keepsakes or something in there? Or they just want to talk about your stuff? Ongoing. I need to get it together. I feel as though you are you one of the people that kind of cling on to everything because there's a memory for everything? Because I feel like that's where they're getting at right now. I feel like they're like, everything that you have has some type of thing. Like it could be a piece of paper and you could be like, well, I stubbed my left toe when I picked up this piece of paper from the ground, and there's the memory behind this object and I have to keep it. My mom is the same way, by the way. I don't feel like finding a place for this, so it's going in the trash. And then my husband asked for it like a week or two later. And I'm like, I don't know where it is. I might have thrown it out. I'm sorry. I don't know. I feel like you're a very emotional person and you have attachments to objects. And there's something about family pictures. Part with it, yeah. I feel like that was Dad's humor. Would Dad have humor with that? With like just throw it out, or like was he just the type of person where like he wasn't about stuff? He was just kind of like, it's just things, like, I don't know. They kind of just made me like joke about it. It's a lot of, but he was like that. Okay. What was I just saying before that? Before I read your comment, I was going on and saying something. Now I forget. Oh, pictures. They're bringing up pictures. Were you just looking at photos recently? Or thinking about reorganizing photos? Because I just got a bunch of like photos in like a pile. Yes, okay. Are there photos missing? Or are there photos that you were looking for at some point? Or maybe they're split between people? Or do you have the majority of all pictures? It kind of just seems like they were just showing me pictures and it was just showing me like spots that were like kind of maybe missing. Or like you can't place them, or you don't know who has them, kind of a thing. Something with pictures. Also, did someone smoke? Did Dad smoke? Maybe even just cigars, some type of smoke. I just got a big whiff of smoke. They were able to provide. That's what they're talking about. Wow. Wow, I literally wrote pictures missing. I like my little doodles. Pictures I miss. Wow. Okay, well, that's exactly what they were telling me. Your loved ones are doing so good, but they're working together as a team here. That's awesome, though, that you were able to do that. That is awesome. Wow, that's cool. That's very cool. That is very, very cool. Yeah, I'm still smelling the smoke. I can't tell if it's like a cigar smoke, just some type of smoke. Your mom is a child. That's so sweet. Oh, and I bet you they're like the best pictures ever. I love older pictures. I love them. I'm so into that kind of stuff. Oh man, you have a lot of loved ones that want to say a lot. Dad smokes cigars. Okay, yeah. Because I used to work at a job and it was always cigar smoke, and I just kind of got a flashback to that, to where like the whole, like it just smelled like cigars. Back to... Do you feel like you have spirit like messing with you right now? Because I think Dad's telling me right now that he's been like kind of messing with you. Like sending you signs recently. And I feel like there's been times to where you're like, you kind of just get like a random thought about your dad too. He's everywhere. Was Dad kind of hard-headed though? Maybe even strict at sometimes. He's always sending you signs, yeah. He, yes, okay. I feel like as though, you had a good relationship with your dad, but it wasn't like your typical dad, father-daughter relationship. Because he was a very, I feel like, sometimes closed off person. And he may not have shown affection like your typical, like, you know, shows affection. Still can't stand probably because he forced it. I feel like he showed affections in like different ways to where like you know he loved you, but he didn't do like an outpouring of like a typical father to daughter type of affection, like showing outwards. But I feel like he just wasn't that type of person, if that makes sense. I feel like he just wasn't very physically emotional. Like, I feel like it was very rare. I don't even know if you've ever seen him, like, cry. Like, he kind of seems like the man that would also not cry during, like, childbirth. Very close. He was there for me. Absolutely. And again, he showed his affection to you in other ways. So you knew he loved you. You just knew that that's just not the type of person he was. I feel like you also wish you had a closer relationship with Mom. It's just you and him at the end. Yeah, because I'm kind of getting the feeling that, like, it seems like you didn't realize how much you wished for, like, a closer... Yeah, I was just about to say, I feel like it was after she passed that you really wished you had a closer relationship with her. I don't think it was particularly bad. I feel like you guys butt heads a lot. I feel like you guys really didn't see eye to eye. I feel like you guys fought a lot. But I also feel on her end, she was also stubborn in the fact to where, like, she wouldn't have openly gotten help, if that makes sense. I feel as though, yeah, yeah, I feel as though she was the type of person to where I don't think she really knew she was, I don't know if it's that she didn't know, if she didn't know that there was something wrong, or if she didn't realize that she needed the help because of stubbornness, or just in reality, just like she was just the type of person who just only saw one side of every situation, kind of a thing. Like her way, the highway. I feel like there might have been some type of addiction possibly as well. Yeah. And is the addiction the right route that I'm going in here? Because I wrote a little earlier too, Mom like struggled. And I'm wondering if that's why I wrote struggle for Mom. She did. Okay. Well, I just want you to know that when spirits cross over to the other side, this is just how spirits have shown it to me, is that when they cross over to the other side, they kind of get like a play-by-play of like their entire life. And spirits in general, their goal when they get to the other side is to get forgiveness for all the people that they have wronged, for all of the things that they have done. They get to see the bigger picture. They get to see, you know, all the times that they were wrong, all the times they were right, you know, kind of show, you know, the loved ones here. And it's kind of like they see like everything for how it is. And it's like they usually on the other side will have, you know, the whole forgiveness, and they fight for the forgiveness. So there's probably times that you've also felt your mom's presence as well. And they actually, the people that I've also come to believe that the people that have wronged you the most in life, or the people that you have struggled to have relationships in the past, actually are the ones who try to come forward, usually after they've passed, because they can't move on and have like their happily ever after, their peace on the other side, until they have gotten forgiveness, until they have right their wrongs and have been able to amend their relationships with the people here on earth still. So I want you to know that every single thing that you've gone on, like, you know, all of your loved ones, clearly they're still around you. Clearly they know you got a cat. They know your husband's birthday coming up. They know all of those things. And it's because they're still around and they are pushing you on the other side. And and clearly you're very sensitive to the things that they are doing, because you still feel them around you, which is great. That's amazing. That means that you are really spiritually, you know, open. Oh, I think my son heard me. But it's beautiful that you have so many people on this side. A lot of people. There's a lot of things written here. And it took up the whole live. But you did say you had a lot of stuff going on. Let me see if they have anything else. I feel like your outlook on life has really changed in the last couple of months. I feel as though it's like a motivational. I feel like you've had a increase in like motivation to like get things done, or to like kind of like be like this is my life, I'm gonna live it the way that I want to, and I'm tired kind of a thing. Making big changes. Oh yeah. And I think this is literally the perfect moment. I think this is the moment that they have been waiting for as well. And I think that's exactly why they're here to tell you so. Oh yeah. I feel like big things are coming for you. So do I do the cards? You talking about tarot cards there, ma'am? Go right ahead. Do a lot of research on cards. And when you buy a deck of cards, my biggest thing that I always tell people is let the card speak to you before you get it. Walk into a spiritual store and wait for a deck to kind of like call itself out to you. Like, you have to feel connected to the deck of cards. Do you already have a deck of cards? When getting a deck of cards, the best way to have you need like a close relationship with the cards. Like, you need energy around the cards. And the best way to do that is to basically just, because there's different types of cards out there. You are? Do you tell people that too? Like, just call the cards like to you? Because I feel like I did cards a couple of times. And the one after someone I spoke to who... she just strictly did tarot cards, and she told me, she was like, you need to wait for cards to like call themselves to you. And the second that I did that, I found one deck of cards, and it was the most eye-opening cards ever. Like, I had cards flying out of my hands at that point because of the amount of energy. So it's always been my biggest advice for people. Like, I'm not very big when it comes, not that I'm very big with cards, it's just that like I got overwhelmed when it got to like the research of the cards. The cards that came to me. Oh, good. Yeah. I just got overwhelmed with like the different meanings behind them. Like people, like when I do cards, I mostly just use the cards to kind of create my own story. I don't basically... It was hard for me to go off of like their true meanings. I have to put the puzzle in piece to stay on live. Okay. It was hard to do like read off their true meanings versus like how I just interpreted the cards. So like I kind of just got off put by that, because again, with the mediumship, the spirits are telling me everything, like, because I'm such a visual person. But definitely, like, I love the cards. And if you're being pulled to them, you need to be pulled to them again. So I would definitely do them if you are being pulled to do them again. Absolutely. Again, I would try, but it is however you can interpret them. Yeah, I mean, but see, like, I would start it, and then I would go off a tangent like this. And then, like, I would go back, I'd be like, oh crap, I was supposed to be pulling cards for you, my bad. And it does, as long as you protect yourself. Anytime you do stuff like this, again, I was too scared to do mediumship when it first happened for me. Again, I was always inclined as a kid. Going to my grandparents' house, they had a very haunted house. I could tell as a kid, like, it was rough being around spiritual things, funerals, graveyards, those kinds of things. And I didn't know why, I would do the things I did as a kid. I always had like a voice in my head that I thought was like a narrator. When I had my son, everything changed. My spiritual awakening happened and I was terrified. I actually went to a girl who was like a healer and I asked her to shut it off because I kept telling myself, I will wait until my son is older because I didn't want that for him. And her doing that actually opened it a lot more. And every time I tried to like squish it down and put it off and just say, I was too scared for, to get any negative stuff, to get any, bad spirits, any, demonic spirits, anything like that, I was too afraid of. So I put off this journey because I was like, I don't want to chance it. I don't want to do anything that's going to like bring something into my home, affect my child, all those things. But then I learned over time, talking to many people, taking a bunch of classes, talking to a bunch of other people, and I learned that I can control it by protecting myself. And that was the first thing I did before I began any type of readings. I went on a whole journey on how, to learn how to protect myself, how to protect me and my spirit guides, learning to know my spirit guides, trust in my spirit guides, and trust in myself that I know how to protect myself and how to protect my home. And I've come to learn that I'm doing this because the real reason is the bigger picture here, which is I feel as though my son has the same gifts as me, and he has shown signs very early on. So I feel as though I'm doing this because I'm actually going to be able to protect him when it's his time and he starts going through the same things I did as a kid. So grounded and shielded for the win. Absolutely. Yeah, when I started this, they were like, oh, your chakras. Yeah. I'm like, what the heck is a chakra? So absolutely. No, I definitely did all of that stuff first. And that's what I tell people to do is protect immediately. So, okay. Well, that took up the whole live, honey. But I'm very happy that you hopped on. I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm glad I did send it to you, but it's because I felt bad. Like, I did make a post earlier this week saying that I was going to go on live, and I just felt so bad. I felt like I left you guys all in the dust. Again, life just got crazy, and I'm hoping that now things have calmed down. I'll be back on a lot more. So I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone else who was on, watching this live as well. I'm sorry I could only get one done, but that's the thing with me. I'll keep going as long as Spirit wants me to keep going. So with that, I will leave your loved ones with you, TJ. And if you feel inclined, you can do another review on my page as well. Everyone else, follow me. I also do private readings. So if you would like a private reading, I love them. I don't ask for anything. I love practicing as much as I can. Shoot me a DM. And yeah, so have a great night, everyone. Thank you. Bye, TJ.